In your pocket, on your desk, maybe even in your ear right now. There's a tiny invention that most people have never heard of, yet it's the reason you can speak to anyone in the world instantly. Without it, there would be no Zoom calls, no Siri, no voice messages. And your phone? It would be silent. The invention? The Electret microphone. Smaller than your fingernail, yet powerful enough to record the voice of humanity. This is the story of how two engineers, James West and Gerhard Sessler, created a breakthrough that transformed communication forever, and why, 6 decades later, it's still hidden inside almost every device you own.
Understand why the Electret microphone was revolutionary, we need to rewind to the early 1960s. Microphones already existed. Carbon mics in telephones, ribbon mics in studios, condenser mics for broadcasting, but each had a fatal flaw. Carbon microphones were cheap and rugged, but they sounded like you were talking through a tin can. Ribbon microphones had warm, rich sound, but they were delicate and couldn't be miniaturized. Condenser microphones were accurate and sensitive, but they needed a constant high-voltage power supply, making them expensive and impractical for everyday use. The challenge was clear. Could someone make a high-quality microphone that was small, durable, cheap, and didn't need an external power source? Most engineers thought it couldn't be done, until 2 men at Bell Labs decided to try. James West, an American acoustician, and Gerhard Sessler, a German physicist, weren't looking to change history. They were looking to solve a stubborn engineering problem. Sessler knew about electrets, special plastics that could hold a permanent electric charge, much like a magnet holds a magnetic field. West understood condenser microphones inside and out, a thin diaphragm near a charged plate, creating a capacitor whose capacitance changes with sound waves. The light bulb moment came when they realized, what if the plate didn't need external voltage? What if it could be permanently charged by using an Electret? That idea meant no bulky batteries, no high-voltage supply, just a tiny self-polarized microphone that could run almost forever. In 1962, they built the first working prototype. It was smaller than a coin, needed almost no power, and could be mass-produced for a fraction of the cost of other microphones. At first, the invention's significance wasn't obvious, but once refined, the impact was immediate. Telephone manufacturers saw they could replace old carbon mics with Electret mics, instantly improving sound quality and reliability. Hearing aid makers could build smaller, more comfortable devices that delivered clearer sound. By the 1970s and 80s, Electret mics were inside cassette recorders, camcorders, and answering machines. When mobile phones arrived, the Electret microphone made them practical. Without it, early mobile phones would have been bulky and power-hungry. Today, every voice assistant, every video call, every live stream owes a debt to that tiny piece of charged plastic West and Sessler invented. James West was born in 1931 in Virginia, in an era when opportunities for African-American scientists were scarce. His brilliance pushed through barriers, leading him to Bell Labs in 1957, Over his career, he earned more than 250 patents in acoustics and microphone design. Gerhard Sessler, also born in 1931, came from Germany with a background in semiconductor physics. After co-inventing the Electret mic, he returned to Germany, became a professor, and continued groundbreaking work in acoustics. Together, they didn't just invent a new microphone. They redefined the economics of sound recording, making high-quality audio accessible to billions. The original Electret microphone design is still in production today. Billions are made every year. Modern MEMS microphones, found in smartphones, work on the same principle West and Sessler pioneered. Every time you say, "Hey Siri" or "Okay Google," you're speaking into a descendant of their 1962 invention. It's a reminder that some of the most powerful breakthroughs are the ones you never see. The Electret microphone didn't just capture voices, it captured the voice of a planet, and it gave us the ability to hear each other anywhere, anytime. Stay curious.